Hey everyone, welcome back to another lesson here on the channel. Today we're going to be going over pretty much the ultimate Amazon FBA product research guide using Helium 10. Now, most videos I've made about this in the past or that I've seen other people have made about this are like one technique that you can use or a set of criteria. I wanted to show you like how do you use some of the filters or some of the things that people aren't talking about, some of the tabs that we're not using every single day to find products in there, to put you on some new ideas so that you can run those ideas through your own set of criteria or my own set of criteria that I teach my students and start selling those, right? Selling a product with awesome branding and making money selling that product. So how can we do that quickly and effectively? That's what we're gonna be talking about today. Be sure to like and subscribe if you happen to be new, but without further ado, let's get right into it. All right, so Helium 10 product research. This is the first place that I would start, and this is one of my favorite places to start. So let's just start the top of the video right here. Let's go full screen for them. Okay, so search volume is the first place to start. This tool that we're on right now is Black Box by Helium 10, and then we've selected the keywords tab. Search volume is the first place that you start, and now you're probably thinking like, why is there search volume? The reason that there's search volume is because we're not looking for products, we're looking for markets with this tool. That'll make sense to you in a second. Let me just put in some criteria and show you how this works, and I'll kind of give you an overview once we have some live examples. So I generally like to put something pretty low in here. By most standards, this probably doesn't make much sense to be looking for things with 500 search volume. But what I've found is that if you can find a market that has 500 search volume for one search term, there's likely to be 15 to 50 other search terms that will also lead you there, that will get the the total market search volume up to several thousand. So I'm okay with that. And then maybe we'll max it out around 9,000. I generally like anything under 10. Once I see keywords go above 10, get a little too competitive. We don't want that. Monthly revenue, we could also fill this out. Again, I'll put this relatively low. Like if we have a 4,000 average revenue for a page, something's making $3,000, 30% profit margin, $1,000 a month, throw it on there. I'm okay with that. Not everything has to be $20,000 a month, $100,000 a month. It's all good. And then again, we'll probably max this out somewhere up top. One thing I've noticed recently is like if you put this like really high, sometimes there will be products that are ranking that aren't supposed to be ranking for it that have a lot of revenue. So it's okay to raise your monthly revenue. In the beginning, when everyone started using these tools, the whole theory and what you're supposed to be doing was kind of like putting exactly what you're looking for. Now I'm like one step at the head of the tool. I'm like, what is this tool going to be doing in the back end, and how is it operating, and how can I use that to my advantage, and what do I know? So stick around. I'll be showing you a little bit more of that. It's kind of confusing if you're a beginner, you don't know what I'm talking about, but we're going to find you a product today. This is the day. 14 minimum price, maximum, you go all the way up to 80 or something. And we're gonna go broad here, okay? Broad, lots of ideas. I wanna figure out if I wanna sell it. I don't want the tool to limit what I'm going to see. Max review count, again, 400, 500. It's okay to have a higher review count because we're gonna be determining whether we wanna sell the product or not. So show me everything that's similar to this. Word count, minimum of 2-word phrases. You usually don't even have to do that. And then categories here. Go arts, craft, and sewing. Beauty and personal care is fine. Home and kitchen, industrial and scientific, patio, lawn, garden, office products, tools and home improvement. You can do toys and games. You can do any of these three. I usually don't do them. There's a couple things that we can change down here if you're interested. So I'll just cover a couple of these really quick since this is kind of like the ultimate guide to using this method. A lot of the stuff you won't usually have to touch, and most of it's self-explanatory. Variation count. Do you want to find listings that have a minimum of 2 variations? It's the average number of variations for the top products. That might give you the ability to add more variations in color, and that's your differentiation or something. Include or exclude keywords. Monthly sales per units is generally just going to fight the monthly revenue, so pick one or the other. Fulfillment method. If you want to specifically look at only things that are FBM that meet this criteria, you could come in with a prime listing and slay it, but for the most part, we'll just do FBA and FBM, no Amazon. Competitor revenue, you could do a minimum to a maximum right here. This is the average amount of revenue for the top 10 ranking products. You see, I like these little question marks because it gives you the exact thing. And then this is probably the unique one that you wouldn't be able to tell what it is from just looking at it. Broad reach potential. So broad reach potential is how many other keywords that the Helium 10's database can see you being able to rank for the keyword that they're selling under. So for instance, if you were selling a guitar luthier kit, it'll show you like guitar picks, or it'll show you guitar strings. So it's trying to extrapolate data from the root keyword and find other similar keywords that you would potentially be able to rank for or run ads under. So that one's fun. You could play around with that. We're just gonna run it like this. I like to keep it pretty plain, nothing too fancy, you know what I'm saying? So we'll come through here, and right off the bat, any one of these could be good. So you don't really need to look for anything specific. The whole point of this is that this is showing us stuff. We keep an open mind, and now we go in and we see if there's opportunity. So bare decorations for cabin, that's actually a market. It's not a product. Think of what the customer's trying to find at this point. They're open to just shopping or browsing. They're not looking for something specific. So this wouldn't ultimately be the product search term we would use, but it's always, whenever I see decor or decorations for this, I'll click in because it might lead us to one thing that does belong to a specific search term that we could look for. Tall black figurine for your garden, or a bare utensil holder. Any one of these could be good. A bare towel holder, right? So this is actually pretty niche. It's pretty unique, and you could probably build a brand around this whole thing. So I'm instantly intrigued. There's 1,000 search volume for people looking for things similar to this. A bare pedestal for the table, $13,000 per month. Bare cabin decor. So they're actually targeting decorations for a cabin. So like they understand what they're trying to rank for, and they kind of went broad and they hit it pretty well there. Bare lamp, comforters. Some of these things are like I wouldn't sell the comforter. I probably wouldn't sell the pillows or things that just have a design on them. But hang on, a bare floating shelf, a bare shelf for cabins. Now if we go and search bare shelf and there's absolutely nothing there, well, now we have something on our hands. So a lot of the times you have to connect the dots. Does that make sense? Like, don't expect the tool to do the search and give you the answer. It does a search, it shows you stuff. It's up to you to come up with a product out of that information. Really, being a Amazon FBA private label seller, a big part of your job is like data analysis and correlating data. You don't just get handed things. You have to find things and then come up with new information based on that. Does that make sense? I mean, if you're not, that's not your strong suit. I'm not saying that you can't do it, but if you excel in that kind of thing of connecting the dots, this is going to be a lot easier for you. So there's one competitor selling the bare shelf thing, floating shelves for wall with adorable bear cutouts. I'm going to take you down kind of my rabbit hole of working from a keyword shown to us by the keyword tab, turning that into one product, and then seeing what this one product is now ranking for. So we can select this product, and I would hit run keyword research. And now we're kind of doing keyword research now, not product research, but I'm going to show you this because it's such a crucial part of what I do. And I don't even move a product past the product research phase unless I do this. So right off the bat, it's going to show us a couple different search terms that it thinks are most relevant. So it looks like bare wall decor is one of our best here. Rustic nursery decor might work. Bare decor has 5,000 search volume. And then up top, we did see some bare shelves, shelf bears. Black bare bathroom decor. Bare shelf only has 21. Rustic bare wall decor. So there's some stuff that we can piece together here and now go to Amazon and put together a product with that information. I'm always intrigued by how many specific customers already know this product exists and are looking for it. Because selling on Amazon is already hard enough to come up with a great brand, do great photography and great package design, highlight a feature that hasn't been necessarily highlighted before by other competitors, and then put that to market. Now try and add also getting customers to understand what the product even is on top of that. you're creating like an almost impossible situation for yourself. And unless you have tons of money to throw at this in advertising to get people to understand why they need your product, I'm not super interested in doing that model. I'm more interested in people are already looking for something. They already have an interest. I'm going to place a product that meets that interest in front of them. Does that make sense? So that was kind of my method for working down from keywords into a product, figuring out if that product has relevant target audience, and then determining now what can I do? How can I look at these reviews and what can I change? Or can I make a shelf that's actually shaped like a bear that hangs on the wall, a floating shelf that's shaped like the outline of a bear itself? And these are the kind of things that start running through my head now. Can I go look at other sites and figure out, like for instance, I will show you this. So if we go to Pinterest, you search bear shelf, well, do we think that this would do good on Amazon? If people are buying that rustic cutout one, I mean, this one, if it can be correctly mass produced, I'm sure this would be an absolute knockout. Or something like this. I mean, we're really creating a truly superior product here that has a lot more attention to detail. Something like this, I think you might have a consistency issue with. It looks like it's hand carved, so that might not be a great way to go. But like, this is kind of what I was talking about. Imagine this product, they're just going pretty thin with this wood, but if you could make this not just a piece of wall decor, but if you could make it so that the actual wood itself was deeper, so you could place items on a product like that, well, now we have something that actually fits what the customer's already looking for, being bear shelf in some situations. So that's pretty much how I would work down that route. Let's go back to Helium 10, and like I said, this is going to be a really ultimate in-depth guide. So this isn't where I'm going to stop now. I mean, I already showed you information that you could probably go and create a $10,000 per month business with, but let's take it even a little bit further. So the next tab is the niche tab. This tab's really cool because once we find a product, it's going to show us, just for congruency, we'll use the same product we've already come to understand during this episode. And we're going to go to phrase. I don't know why I grabbed the isnt, that's right, it's just a phrase. And we're gonna put in that phrase that we found in Cerebro. So the bear wall decor, right? So bear wall decor. And then categories we're not gonna select, monthly revenue we're not gonna select. This is a really easy tool for beginners to understand because once they find one product that's kind of good, come and put it in here and it'll multiply that product into more products for you. So it located 172 products for us related to bear wall decor. And now what we get to do is we get to look at their monthly revenue all in one place. We get to look at the reviews all in one place. So we could look at the niche as a whole and figure out, are there 5 products here for me to sell? Or is this just a one-off product that I might be able to make $500 a month selling? So that's something that's really interesting, right? Because now my eyes are set on basically looking through here at the different kinds of products that are, so copper bear shaped head. This one's doing 2,000 per month. I was doing 15,000 per month. If you're noticing that a lot of these are newer listings or older listings that have a lot of reviews, come up top, and now that you see that a lot of them have a lot of reviews, go 150 here. Okay, so now we're going to take 172 products down to just 122. Anything that's over 150 reviews is not going to show up. Well, then maybe say, I don't want to look at all the things that don't have more than $2,000 per month in revenue, so let's put a minimum revenue amount in. And all of a sudden we've crushed, well, we quite literally crushed the list there. So apparently there's no listings that have over 2,000 revenues with less than 150. That just might be a glitch as well. So let's just reset this and take a look with our own eyes here, because I don't necessarily think that's true. There's one right here, for instance. Sometimes that happens. I mean, hey, nothing ever works perfectly now, does it? We live on Earth after all. So this is almost on the line of a shelf as well, except for we have some kind of... So this is kind of what I was talking about. Now imagine this as being bigger. This is the outline of the shelf, but on the inside, there's none of this. It's just area to place objects. So now we actually have a bare shelf. I think this is incredibly small. It's only 7 inches long. Blow this up to be 3 times the size, 4 times the size. Take out all the stuff on the inside. This is incredibly detailed woodworking. And just simply leave the blank space to put objects. So again, It's not like any one of these things is a perfect guaranteed route to finding a product, but what this kind of method of starting in one place, working your way into other places, using the niche thing to find more related products, what that's doing is it's just kind of getting your brain to start thinking about this product in unique ways. It's getting you into the space where customers are going to be seeing all of these products, and it's going to allow you to start, A, like we said before, connecting the dots, and B, just understanding, is there even enough revenue? As I go through here, I notice most of these are just a couple $100s per month. The market as a whole might not be able to sustain new sellers because we've limited it to 150 reviews, so that's the new sellers. There might not be enough revenue in this really niche space to support a bunch of new sellers coming in and creating unique product lines. If your goal is to eventually get this one niche to a place where you're doing $50,000 to $100,000 per month, which might be my goal for a standard product, is like, can I introduce 5 different ASINs that do $10,000 per month, or one ASIN that does 20, and the other 4 are doing I don't know, I'm losing myself on the math now, 8,000 or something, but you get the point. So that was basically us using keywords and us using niche to work our way through this list, to figure out how we're going to be able to create a product that is not already on Amazon, already has people looking for it, right? Like, those two almost sound like, it's almost like an oxymoron. It's not on Amazon, but people are looking for it. Well, how do you find that? That doesn't even make sense. It should be on Amazon if people are consistently going to Amazon for it. But that's looking at it too literally. The product might be bare decor or bare wall shelf. You now represent that community by going out and becoming one of them, literally. Like, sounds so foo-foo, but I kind of try and become the customer, look at the market, see what's missing, what would I want in this space? Is there already plenty of options and I'm really happy? Or am I like, I only have one option here. Of course I'm going to buy this one. It's the only one. If there was another one, would I buy that one? I would consider it if they had a better design. I might even say go to a slightly bigger market where there's more opportunity for revenue to be acquired and make that same process work there. If you're going to go through the trouble of designing a new product with a supplier that works with wood, putting it in front of a target audience, spending time studying that market to figure out, is there 4, 5, 6, 10 products that I could release later down the line in this space? Do that somewhere where the total market revenue is $600,000, $1 million, $2 million, not, what was it, 100,000 or something for bare wall decor, right? There's not too much room to scale there. But if you're just beginning, you just want your first product, you want to make $1,000 a month in profit and $4,000 per month in sales, this is something that you can do, and we found it in the course of 20 minutes here. So that's kind of how I approach Amazon product research. Let me know down in the comments down below how you approach product research using Helium 10. If there's anything that you do differently, let me know. This is kind of what I do. I'll use keywords, work down. If I find a product, I'll use the niche thing and see how big the niche really is. But other than that, guys, that was it for today. Thank you so much for sticking around to the end. Hopefully you got a ton of value out of this video. Be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss videos like this in the future. Other than that, I'll be seeing you in the next one. Thanks so much. Later.